Ovvia is the Italian word used to describe what weight loss should be. Normal, natural, and obvious. But we all know it isn't. And that's the problem. My name's Emerson Lee, and I wanted to find a better way to maintain a healthy body weight without having to follow a diet for the rest of my life. So I went looking for answers, and what I found were lots of answers. In fact, I found what everybody should be able to know, the obvious, natural way to lose weight and keep it off too. And that's exactly why I built Ovvia. It's a weight loss program designed to transform your relationship with food. In this video, you'll learn what makes Ovvia unique and how it works to help you not only lose the weight, but keep it off for good. Ovvia is a transformational weight loss program, and this is special because transformational means that it's permanent and lasting. And the way this works is you permanently change your body by losing the weight because you're making the changes not just on the exterior, but you're also making changes at a deeper level. You change not only what you know and understand to be true about food, you also change how you react to it. And when you understand how your brain and your body act and react to food, you're better able to change your relationship with it. How does that work? Well, Ovvia puts together the two things required to make transformation happen: learning and experience. And to better understand this, let's pull apart both of these components and contrast them with traditional weight loss programs. The first thing most diet programs start you off with is the food. They tell you what to eat, right? And we think that's great because we all intuitively know that we need to change what we're currently eating. So we grab that quick start guide that tells us what to eat and we follow the plan. The problem with this approach is that if you don't learn how to lead yourself, you'll always be depending on someone else or something else to follow. In fact, this is exactly why most diets don't work. They only teach us how to follow along, and we never learn how to lead ourselves because all we have is this quick start guide, and no one ever gives us the owner's manual. And when I say owner's manual, that's the big book that you get when you buy something really complex with a lot of moving parts, like a car, for example, all right? The owner's manual isn't something that you necessarily read cover to cover. Why? Well, it's human nature. We want to get right to the point. We want to be able to drive the car and get right to the point. We want to get what we want. And then we want to move on to more interesting and entertaining things. So in the context of weight loss, what we want right away is to lose the weight. And understandably, we want to get a quick result. And that's why most of those weight loss plans give us the quick start guide. The problem is, we never really succeed because we never really understand all the moving parts and how everything operates. And because of that, we're not able to truly transform. And the other reason why traditional weight loss plans fail us is because the goal isn't just to lose the weight. Short term, sure, yeah, but long term, the real goal is transformation. And that's because transformation is permanent change. And that's why Ovvia starts with learning, because learning is one of the things you need to truly transform. Because you can't change and solve and transform what you don't truly understand. And you want to be at your healthy weight. The problem is you don't have all the education and information that you need to properly lose the weight and keep it off. Here's what I mean. If you want to cook something like an egg, for example, you watch a YouTube video and it'll show you how to fry an egg, but it doesn't make you a chef. And the difference is clear, okay? One video is going to provide you with some quick instruction. It's the quick start guide, all right? And it gets you started for that one thing. The chef, however, they're clearly more educated and experienced, okay? That's the difference. Those are the elements that are transformational: education and experience. And that's why real change requires education, experience, and practice, along with some feedback, and all that happens over time. So to permanently lose weight, you need all the details about how your body works so that you can be the knowledgeable, informed expert that you need to be. Ovvia is a program that teaches you the fundamental mechanics about your metabolism so that you know how and why you lose weight and gain weight too. And yes, I did just say you learn how you gain weight, all right? Because it's not as cliche as you might think. It's not as simple as just overeating or too many calories in, not enough calories out, okay? This is really key because weight loss isn't just about physics and calorie counting like we've all been told. Weight loss and weight gain are a matter of physiology and function. And that's why I teach you more about how your body works, and then you'll understand how to feed it properly too. And all this isn't just from the perspective of someone telling you what you should eat. It's from the perspective of understanding in simple terms how different foods function in your body. So here's the point. I'm just like you. I'm not a scientist or a physician. I'm not a certified nutritionist either. I have my bachelor's degree in business, and my parents were school teachers. So all this is to say that I know the value of what it is to learn and to keep things simple and easy to understand too. And I'm also probably a lot like you in the way that I spent most of my life struggling to lose weight and keep it off, which means I'm exhausted by all of the gimmicks and the fads around dieting and weight loss. I don't want to feel restricted, okay? I don't want to have to eliminate entire food groups. I'm done following the latest diet program and protocol, okay? I want to understand why it works and how it works. And then I want to try it and see for myself. And I'd say I'm probably the biggest skeptic I know, okay? Because I'm not likely going to believe something until I try it myself and validate it. And that's what I learned after doing all the years of studying and researching. It's more than what I intuitively thought I already knew. I mean, sure, I knew about the food industry and their commercial campaigns to get us to try to eat more and consume more. Okay, but that's not entirely why we can't stop eating. And it's also not because we're out of control, all right? It's not that simple. There are a lot of substances out there that chemically perpetuate our appetite and our primal drive for food. And it's that kind of manipulation. And by that I mean information that Ovvia explains, uncovers, and explores. And that's the stuff we all need to learn. Because when you know more about how your brain works in the context of food and substances and taste and pleasure and addiction, then you're liberated. Because now you know and you can see how and why you're being drawn in and how you're kept on this loop of overeating and over-consuming. Ovvia teaches you the source of your appetite, cravings, hunger, and it doesn't stop there. You also learn the emotional aspects. Why do humans turn to food for mood? And you also learn more about the addictive patterns that can result. In addition to all that, the emotional and the mental mindsets around food, you also learn more about motivation and inspiration and the mental endurance that it takes to lose weight. I teach you the mechanics behind motivation, what inspires you, and what motivates you to keep going. And more importantly, you need to know what motivates you to quit too. Yeah, I did just say that. You need to know that there are drivers in both directions. And this is key because when you know more about how your brain works and how human behavior works, all relating to food and to diet and to weight loss, then you're better able to navigate any situation like vacations and holidays. And you get real life strategies on Ovvia that help you to overcome stressful things like fear and worry and doubt, and build things like self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-worth. Because the truth is, your mental and emotional state, they don't just suddenly install themselves once you arrive at your healthy weight. All that stuff takes work. And that's why I help you work on building and transforming all of it. And that way, once you're at your healthy weight, you don't need to worry about feeling like an imposter in your new body. You've got the durable self-confidence that you need to sustain that healthy weight too. With Ovvia, you get the entire spectrum of education and knowledge. All of it is what you need to transform yourself, not only to lose the weight, but you also need to know how to sustain your healthy weight too. So that's how the learning components of transformation work. Now let's go on and talk about the unique experience that Ovvia offers. Ovvia offers more than 65 educational and instructional videos covering the entire spectrum of everything that you can imagine relating to weight loss. And every topic provides a deep dive and a written guide or even a worksheet that accompanies the video content. And that way you're able to not only watch and listen, you also get to follow along and learn too. And the best part is all this information is open access, which means that you get everything you want when you want it. The material is all open to you around the clock at your pace, which means that you get to watch and listen and learn from the entire video library whenever you want. And this is unique because you get full access to everything from the moment you join. So if you're feeling really energized and you want to spend hours watching videos, go for it. You can also explore any topic in any order you choose, which means that you can get help right away with whatever topics interest you and get right to work on tackling some of your biggest hurdles and challenges. So maybe you think you're a food addict, all right? Maybe you're addicted to carbs and sugar, for example. Well, good news. We have videos to help. Specifically, videos designed to tell you how food addiction happens and why it's so difficult to break free. Because then you can learn how to overcome not just the addiction to the substance, but also you can break free from the behavior too. And if you don't want to browse around and explore on your own, you don't need to. I give you a recommended learning path to follow, and that way you never feel overwhelmed or lost. And the best part is the time that you spend learning these topics is all reinforced in several ways. First off, you get coaching from me. I offer both live and recorded video sessions each week to provide you with the opportunity to practice and rehearse and repeat what you learned and also ask some questions and get clarification. And this is important because when you take what you learn and then you practice the new skills that you've learned, that's when you put everything into the context of your everyday life. And guess what? That's also when nuances surface. And you know what I mean. The nuances are the everyday hurdles and roadblocks that pop up. And that's exactly why Ovvia offers another tool, our online support community. You see, Ovvia support community gives you an opportunity to engage and learn alongside other people. Okay, you get to decide if you want to share or just listen. But either way, you get the benefit of sharing your common experience and exchange information with other people who are just like you. And it's a great way to connect for inspiration and influence from other people to help build momentum too. We all know weight loss is a long, slow journey, and we know it takes time for our body to acclimate, adjust, and adapt to new behaviors and patterns. And it also takes time to form new habits. But all those things, are really important, key components to transformation. And that's why as a member of Ovvia, you'll learn how to establish and maintain healthy routines and habits. I help you let go of who you've been so that you can become the person that you've always wanted to be. My name's Emerson Lee, and by now you can see how Ovvia is truly unique. You get access to the complete owner's manual for weight loss and healthy weight maintenance, so you don't need to follow anyone else's diet or plan. With Ovvia, you get the experience and the tools that you need to own your own body, and that's how you achieve transformational weight loss with Ovvia.